Um, so the thing with Zeus is there's different kind of build-ups for Zeus. You can go full nuke Zeus, where you build um, Axe Refresher on Zeus, and maybe even Dagon and E-Blade and all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Just damage, pure damage, nothing else. But that kind of so every hero that you look at, every hero that you want to play, you want to think about what the hero has in build and what the hero lacks. For
Mm.
example, in Zeus's case, the guy has horrible attack animation. You're not really going for attacks anyway, but he
Yeah.
has amazing nuke potential. The guy's a beast when it comes to nuking. Probably
Yeah.
one of the highest nuke heroes in the game. But
Mm.
what he does lack severely is mobility.
Yeah.
Um, and mobility and survivability. Both these are
Yeah.
things. So you can deal with mobility by making blink forcestaff,
Right.
not blink and forcestaff, blink or
One
forcestaff.
of the two. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, even both is not too bad to be honest.
Yeah.
And to deal with survivability, there are several things you can do. Obviously, you can build towards some tanky items, but the fact of the matter is, if you are caught in by one or two people, it doesn't matter how tanky you are, you're gonna die pretty damn quickly,
Yeah.
right? So one of the best ways to deal with survivability is you stay in the back lines, you stay far from the team fight, you use your spells from a distance.
Yeah.
Having Aether Lens helps a lot.
Yeah.
200 range can be huge when it comes to
Yeah.
just staying in the back lines, and also euls. Items like euls help a lot. You can euls yourself, even if you're caught in the middle of five people. You euls yourself, and then you use blink. Or that is something, by the way. Euls plus blink combination is something people really undervalue. People don't really
Mm.
learn. You'll see 4K people messing euls plus blink combo up, and it's really sad to see because it's something that you need to just go into a practice lobby and practice. Like just there's just spam it. Obviously, I don't have quick cast on, so I actually have to press the button. But if you have quick cast on, it's even easier. Actually, I never actually tried this, but yeah, you actually don't have to keep pressing. You can just click it once, and that's it. It works. It's immediate. So I don't know how people mess this up. I truly don't understand how people mess this up. But in a sticky situation, you use yourself 2.7 seconds of 2.5 seconds of cyclone, and then you blink out. But just make sure that um, you know it's 2.5 seconds of cyclone, and
Yeah.
your blink, if somebody hits you as soon as you use. All right, let me it's easier to just show you. All right, so axe hit me, now I use myself, I can't blink. There's another half
Right.
second that I'm in the air when I
Yeah.
can't blink,
Yeah.
so
I get
you really have to time it like
that.
this.
So they don't hit
I
you
think I
exactly as
still,
you're cycling.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So this is something you want to practice for maybe 5 minutes max, and you'll know for the rest of your life. That's it. Um,
Right.
so use blink
Sorry.
combo
I'll just
is.
open some Word document and write this stuff down.
I'll put it on YouTube so you can always go back and
Oh, okay, great.
yeah. There was I forgot. Oh yeah, so survivability. That's one way of survivability. Obviously, you can go to different unconventional builds, something like uh, Glimmer Cape. It's not horrible on Zeus, anything
Yep.
survivable. But you have to understand that if you are going Blink, Euls, Glimmer Cape, all these items, then you are going to start falling behind on your damage. So really, uh, if you do that, you can't go to 50 minutes or 40, even 40 minutes into the game because your
Yep.
damage is static. Your damage it's not increasing. Whereas everybody's magic resist might be increasing. Health is definitely increasing. Magic resist might be increasing. Somebody might make a pipe and that's it. You're screwed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of want to see what the game requires, and that's
Mm.
pretty much why people have different builds on Zeus. What do you call it? Um, if you think the enemy is going to be pushing in to your high ground very, very quickly, like there's a drow strat in the enemy team, what you want to do is you want to make Aether Lens. Immediately, the first item, Aether Lens, sorry. Let me change that. First item, Veil, and the second item, Aether Lens. You will have
Right.
these two items before Drow strat starts pushing too hard. And if you do that, then you can just keep nuking down creep wave after creep wave, and they will not be able to do anything at all. And this is amazing
Yeah.
high ground defense. What do you call it? Strat as well. You just all you need is Aether Lens and Veil, and sometimes not even Veil. Sometimes Aether Lens alone is enough if
I
it's
see.
not too
So
many.
I'm absolutely very inexperienced at using Veil for anything. So that's
That
the
that
yeah,
obviously it's not something you can't learn. Like you just make it in a
yeah,
few games, and like
yeah.
3 games,
See
I
how it
think
goes.
maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 games, and that's it. You make Veil on Zeus is so strong. Um, I think. Let me see. I pretty much don't think any game I'll see in my previous games. Oh, that's not me. That's me. Yeah, Veil, Veil. Yeah. Oh wait, a better way to check is if I just go here. Quite a large number of games on Zeus, to be honest. 115.
Yep.
Veil,
It's
Veil, Veil.
almost everyone. Yeah. I
This is
see.
the only game where I didn't go Veil, and I'm sure there is a very good reason for this. And the reason is I have no idea why I didn't go Veil in this game. It looks like okay. It looks like I must have gone forcestaff first. Okay, so this makes sense. Because of this particular because I want to get away from Lifestealer. I want to get
Yeah.
away from this Undying and this guy as well. So I
Oh,
must have
yeah.
rushed. Yeah, I must have rushed forcestaff. And once I rushed forcestaff, and then I must have just said that I just need a burst. No point getting Veil. So I just went for the burst. But other than that. I'm pretty sure it's Veil every single year. Veil every single game all the way up till this
Yep.
point, which is probably when I discovered the benefits of Veil.
Okay.
So actually, you can see that before this, I was pretty much going for
Except the refresher
utility.
every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
utility. Pretty much my Zeus was utility Zeus. And then at this point, I realized, okay, Zeus does a shit ton of damage if you get Veil on him. So yeah, Veil on Zeus, really, really good. And then after Veil, I think you can safely say Mana Boots first item, second
Yes.
item Veil, and then third item you really want to consider what your game requires. Do you need some mobility? If there's a Ricky, if there's a Clockwork, if there's a Life Stealer, you want to go Force Staff. If there
I
is
see.
a silence, any sort of silence. Silence is horrible on Zeus. Silence, you want to go for a euls. So like in this game, oh,
So do
Ricky's in
you
your team.
purchase
Yeah,
Soul Ring at all?
I do purchase Soul Ring. The only reason I would ever purchase Soul Ring, this is just me generally. Other people
Yes.
do
Yes.
purchase it for different reasons, but the reason I would purchase Soul Ring is if I just want to spam my W, lightning bolt.
Yeah.
If there is a bounty, a Ricky, a techies, something like that in the game where I'm just literally every single time my bolt is off cooldown, I want to be spamming it. That's the kind of build I will go for. I will go probably first item still mana boot, second item soul ring, third item euls. I just want to get as much mana regen as possible so I can keep spamming it on the ground, make sure that I see as much possible. Maximize my chances of seeing the invis hero, invis items on the floor, whatnot. In this particular game, you really didn't need. Um, I guess you could have gone for euls because of Tinker, but the issue with Tinker is if he gets close, if he starts going on you, euls is pretty much not going to save you. So
Hmm.
I'd rather just go for regular damage build in this particular game. Uh, I would have gone for Veil, maybe Aethelens,
Yeah.
and then most likely a sheep stick or what do you call it, refresher, depending on. what the game situation is like. Or Ags, yeah, Ags is fine as well. So generally, Ags versus Refresher. This is a very I used to make Ags first until I did some math. Where is it? If you look at Zeus, where's Zeus? No, it's not Zeus. If you look at Zeus's spell damage, he does. We'll just ignore the magic resist for now, right? He does at level 16. He does 425 damage on his ult, and with Ags, he does 640 damage with his ult.
Yeah.
So you are doing just with Ags, which is a 4,200 gold item. You're doing 215 damage more on his ult. And that's the only thing Ags is being used for, right?
Right.
It's just a 215 damage extra. Now, Refresher, although it's slightly more expensive, I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head. I think it's something like 5,600, 5,400, 5,200. So it's 1,000 gold more. It's 1,000 gold more, but then
Hmm.
what it allows you to do is not only are you doing, instead of 200 and whatever we discussed earlier, is not only are you doing 425 damage globally, but what you can do is you can throw out lightning bolt. You can use ulti, and immediately you can what do you call it, refresher, and immediately you can do the 350 damage from lightning bolt once again, and then use ulti again. So if you are gonna go Ags refresher, you always want to go refresher first.
Hmm.
All Ags is doing is giving you some more stats, which, you know, for Zeus it's not really that beneficial.
Right.
Looks like you were headed towards a refresher.
Yep.
All
Yeah, I
right,
remember the
so
game.
all right. If you want, we can go over this as a replay.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Because I don't actually see any other recent Zeus games apart from this one.
There were a few before that. That game was, I don't know.
This one? If you
Not
don't want to
exactly.
go over this game, if you don't want to go over this game, then we don't have to. We can go over a different one.
Okay. That one, it's sort of. Well, yeah, let me see. There was a game before that that I wanted to look at more than that, I think.
Okay. Which one you want?
Where's the stats? I'll send you the match ID.
Okay. Is it a Zeus game?
Yes, it is.
Are you from US or UK?
Oh, I live in Macau, which is in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
I'm from Australia originally.
All right. That's okay. Makes sense why I was a bit confused with your accent.
Yeah, so this is a sort of game where I felt like I didn't play too badly, but it's still like wasn't able to capitalize on how far, like, the early pressure I was able to create, I suppose.
Okay. Where did you send the link?
Oh, where did I send the link? I'm pretty sure. Oh,
You
to Skype
just.
message.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
I'll
No
send it
worries.
to Skid
No,
Steam
no, it's
instead.
fine. I've got it. I've got it.
Okay.
All right. Let's hope that we can get it. All right. Uh. Huh. I can't get it.
Can't? Oh,
Is
that's
it
okay.
really long time ago or something?
No, must have been about a week ago.
27th August. It's not too long ago. I don't
Oh,
know.
is it August? Oh, then it is quite a long time ago,
Oh,
isn't it?
right. 27th August. Not. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's 27th August. It's a week ago.
Yeah. It didn't feel
So
like that long ago. Yeah.
it's. Did you lose this one? Is which one is
Yeah, it
which
was a
one is?
loss. It was a loss.
So, it is opening the same window, but it's not letting me download the replay.
Ah,
Notify me when the replay becomes available. It's probably never gonna become available.
that's okay. Maybe I can look for a different one.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Um,
So as long as the game is not a stomp, um, we will definitely be able to learn things from it. So
yeah.
the replay right before this one that you sent me, it works just fine.
Oh, okay. So which one is that?
The win.
Oh, that. Okay, right, sure.
Oh man, this is something confusing. Okay, why doesn't it work? I don't know.
So that one is not working also?
No, no, the one before it does work, but
Oh, that's fine. We can look at that one. That's fine.
all right. Let's look at this one then. So, what do you want to be thinking going into the lane? Your item choices with Zeus. With Zeus, my item choice is always just two clarities to start off with. For
Okay.
me, I used to go different builds. I tried many different builds,
Mm-hmm.
many different starting builds, but two clarities works fine just because as soon as the game starts, if you are able to get the bounty rune, you will immediately be able to get your bottle. If you don't get the bounty rune, as
It's a
soon as
couple
you
of
get the
last hits.
just the first last hit, you're gonna get the mana per bottle. So this game does look like it's gonna be a stomp.
Yeah, it was, from memory, a fairly easy game.
All right, we'll just focus on the first few minutes of the game and
Sure.
not go too far into it because it's. I don't think there's going to be much to learn after the first, let's say, 10-ish minutes. Because once you guys start dominating it, there's really no point looking into the game because if you are winning, you really don't want any help with the game. It's mostly the games that you are losing or in the back foot or you're struggling with. That's the game you want to learn. Oh, also, it's a Drow game. You've got Drow on your team, so you've got tons of damage. To be honest, in this particular one, I might have started off with a null talisman to begin with because I will be able to right click.
Okay, that's a good thing to know.
Get last hits with right click, so it would have been
Yep.
a different one. But generally, more
Generally
often,
just two clarities.
yeah, generally just two clarities. Obviously, it does look like you've lost a lot of gold, a significant amount of gold. So yeah, that's why once you've got bottle, you don't need tangos anymore.
Yeah.
But I do tend to require constantly. I tend to require clarities. Um, is this your? Or maybe you're just looking at the. No. Yeah. Okay. Um, okay. A couple of things. First off, clarities. Yeah, you do tend to require clarities constantly. So once you've got a bottle, the next thing obviously is your boots. Before you get the courier to send you boots, make sure you get two more clarities onto the courier.
Mm.
And pretty much every time I bring the courier out, I'm getting clarities, two
An
clarities.
additional clarity.
Yeah,
Two.
every single
Okay,
time.
well. Mm.
Because I don't want to miss. I try to get around 50 last hits by 10 minutes minimum.
Right.
And you can quite easily do that with Zeus. Obviously, mana is an issue, but if you keep bringing yourself clarities, you should be fine. It's
Yeah, that's true, because
generally,
I find often that when I'm using bottle charges, I notice that I've already got the health, but I'm just using it just for mana, which is
yeah,
obviously a waste.
Yeah.
So the clarities would address that.
Absolutely. Now, when you are the mid laner, you don't want to come to the rune this quickly, especially in. All right, that was wrong. You don't want to show yourself at like this early, because then the enemy team will know where you are, where the
Ah,
mid laner is, and if they
yep,
want to
yep.
contest or not, they can decide. Oh, okay, look, Zeus is bot, so let's all five of us go bot. Make sure he doesn't get
Okay.
the rune.
Yep, got
So,
it.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I don't get
Yeah,
this
I don't think
from
you're gonna
memory.
get it. Looks like
Yeah.
Ricky's gonna be able to get it. Okay.
Ah, that's right. I remember the Earth Spirit's stupid roll.
Yeah, you don't. Okay, you don't want to. You okay? So what you just did, the mana on Zeus is. Did you already pop your cleric? No, no, no. Okay, you didn't. It's just
It's
it's
just he
just the
glows in the
it's
dark.
just
Yeah.
the no, it's just the visual bug because right here you can see that he's clarityed up, but
Yeah.
whatever. So I want to bring your attention over to your usage of this a 65 gold for
Yep.
Sven, and
Yep.
then your time spent here, and then your usage of
Cast
another
again. Yep.
65 gold. Now you're left with almost half your mana right
Yep.
off the bat. Now this should have been 100 gold,
Yep.
two creeps,
Yep. Yep.
but it's not. You wasted a lot of mana. It's completely useless. If you are guaranteed to get a kill, even then, I would not use this twice. Maybe I would use it once. Um, Zeus is generally not good for rune fights, so you kind
Yep.
of want to avoid it. And simply because you don't have that much mana to work with, you can't really spam your spells that much. No
Right.
matter which way you think of it, you're always in losing side. Even if you get the kill, right? Even if you spam your arc lightning 2 or 3 times and you get the kill, if you lose some health, and you're gonna have a hard time in your lane, in the mid lane, for the next like minute or so, you've lost that part, because this these first few creep waves are extremely important. Similarly, if bounty hunter or somebody kills your courier, it's probably game over for you.
Yep.
All right, looks like you did get 3 out of 4 creeps, which is actually fantastic. The only issue I had here was as soon as you came to the lane, like right here, you should have popped 1 clarity. Right, you're low
Started
in
the
mana.
region off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You should have started the region off. Um, anytime, anytime here is good to start the clarity.
Right. Which I wouldn't
But you
have to do
waited.
if I didn't stuff up the rune fight at the start.
Well, you as soon as you pop the arc lightning the
Yep.
first time, you want to start. You want to pop the clarity immediately.
Right.
Of course, make sure you don't come into the range of the other mid laner, so that they don't deny it easily. But you see, this is the one. This is one you just missed because you didn't have mana, and you would have
Yep.
had mana if you'd popped it a lot earlier.
Yep.
Looks like you're pretty good at last hitting with arc lightning. Now, I'm not being
It's a tough skill.
condescending. I'm not being condescending. Right? It is not the easiest thing to do sometimes. Believe me. Oh wow, you even got the last hit with your right click. That's actually. Oh, never mind. You have aura, so I'm not gonna give you too much credit for that.
Right.
But it is not the easiest thing in the world to use arc lightning to get last hit. Sometimes I miss last hits with arc lightning. It's just sometimes the enemy person will play some mind games and whatnot. So
So I
yeah,
couldn't get my bottle here because the top lane took the career at the
yeah, that's actually really
worst
horrible.
possible moment.
It's
So I'm like,
quite bad.
no, about to go and take the rune, I think, without the bottle. I think is what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do. You can maybe get one more CS, but
I think that's
just
something
about
I'll
it.
try and do. Yep, there we go.
That's it. That's all you can do. Some creep aggro tricks, if you know how to use them, are decent. But if you're always clarityed up on Zeus, it's really useless. You're not gonna creep aggro too much. So yeah. Okay, dodge the arrow. Ooh, you missed that one. All right. So skill build wise, going 2 points in arc lightning, pretty fair. You The reason why you do that is so that you can get the range creep. But in this particular case, I would not have. If I was in your situation right now, I might not have leveled it up 2 points in this.
Because of the Drow Ranger.
No, no, not because of Dota. Because I'm actually really. I started off with poor mana. I don't have mana to spam arc lightning 3 times every single wave. Actually, 4 times. Yeah, 3 times. 3 times. And now this time, actually, you bring a good point. Drow Ranger would be another reason why you actually don't need another point in arc
Yeah, because I can
lightning.
right click for some last hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do have money for boots. Really important you get boots, and you can get 2 more clarities immediately as well. You missed all of the last hits. So you could have used arc lightning for some of them.
It's so bad looking at yourself on replay.
It's important to look at your games on replay. It's really important. You sometimes miss out things that you think you know, but okay.
I was a little worried about the Earth Spirit when he brought the illusion here.
I would have been quite sad if you'd missed last hits for the illusion, but you didn't actually miss last hit from the illusion. You missed last hits regularly, like just those two. It shouldn't happen. You do want to use arc lightning whenever you need to, even if you have Drow Aura. It doesn't matter. You need to use them as much as possible. Looks like you have solid control on the runes. That's good. Unfortunately, Invis rune is useless on you at this point of the game. Yeah, nice. Waste of.
That's a bad idea. I think I was like confused about because I didn't see him move to the bottom rune, so I thought I could go and get it.
The bottom rune is not. Bottom rune is not worth leaving 3 CS behind like this. I mean,
yeah, those type of decisions I'm very bad at weighing up.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, when you were going for the rune, you missed out total of 1 CS. That's it. That's it. Right? That's okay. Because once you get the rune, you're ensuring yourself the rest of the 3 CS because you're gonna have mana. Yeah. But if you leave 3 creeps like this, who are definitely going to die by the time you get back, that's not worth the rune at all. Might as well have.
So a rune is worth about 1 creep. Is that?
I'd say it's enough for 1 creep. Yeah, I mean. It really depends on how much your health, gold, health, mana, and all that is. But on top of that, you actually had already a bottle and a rune. I mean, full bottle, so you didn't need to go to the rune at that point. You just traded a rune for 200 gold. So.
Okay.
If you are having trouble getting the runes, then you can use Bottle Crow. It's a lot more efficient. Obviously, in 2.7k pubs, it's probably harder to Bottle Crow because people don't understand.
Off the bottle,
they're probably just gonna drop the bottle off at a random place, and you're never gonna get it after. Maybe near the end of the game, you're gonna see it in an enemy's inventory or something. But oh no!
What the hell? Yeah, I'm really angry at myself right now.
So Zeus does not have, although he does have some AoE nuke in the arc lightning, it's not really okay. I don't know how I did not see this up till now.
Is that I haven't skilled the lightning bolt? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Although Zeus does not have although Zeus has a AoE nuke in the arc lightning, he's not really that good in the farming jungles. It's not that much of a nuke. 145 jungle neutrals are the biggest one is 900 HP, so you're not gonna do that much damage to it. It's really slow. He doesn't have much of a catch-up potential. Yes, he gets the kills, and that's his primary farming tool, primary way he gets the gold. But really, it's the first laning phase. His gold in the laning phase is absolute crucial. It's the most important. If you want to shut down a Zeus, if you want to completely destroy Zeus's impact in the game, just shut him down for the first 5-6 minutes, no more. Just put a bounty hunter in mid, harass him every few seconds. Just don't let him
Yeah.
get gold. That's it. Zeus is not going to have an impact in the game. But you are in a pretty much free lane. You've got 23 CS at 5 minutes, which isn't too bad, especially for 2.7k. It's actually really good for 2.7k. For 2.7k, anything over 20 is actually really good. Like if you look over at Mirana, she's got 22 CS as well. Now I don't know how much she used arrow, but she also had Zeus does not contest her, so she also had a free lane. So you're doing slightly better than her as well. So yeah, 23 CS isn't too bad. But if you look at how many creeps have passed by in the 5 minutes, the exact number is
I could have had a
41.
lot more.
Yeah, the exact number is 41. So you've
Yeah.
had almost half, just one creep over half of the creeps who have passed by, which is not good if you look at it that way.
Yep.
You could have had more. And now coming to the static field versus anything else. Now, static field does 8% damage. Keep in mind, this is around you. This is this area that you see.
Yep.
Oh god damn it. This green area that you see. If somebody is in that area when you're casting spells, they get 8% of their current HP as damage, which is not a lot. Especially in the early levels, it's not a lot. And secondly, it's not a lot when they're already low in HP. Like if they've
Right.
got a 400 HP, you're gonna do 40 damage from like if at level 4 you're gonna do 40 damage from extra from static arc lightning. If you cast arc lightning, you're gonna do 40 damage extra, which is really it's not a lot. When you compare it to this, which is 350 damage at level 4, it is this is literally it should be game losing. You still end up winning the game, but this is actually game losing.
Yep.
You could have had 3 points in. You could have at this point you're level 6. You could have had 3 points in a lightning bolt by now. That means that at full HP, Mirana. All right, let's look at this right now. She's at 474 HP. Keep in mind that static field takes into account applies the damage before your any other skill. So let's say you had 3 points in this, 1 point in static field. So that's 4% damage. 4% off. 475 times 0.04. So you do 19 damage from static field alone, and then 275. Where's our 19 plus 275, and then we'll add in the arc lightning as well, or arc lightning stays stagnant. So you're doing nearly 300 damage, 294 to be exact. If you had leveled this up, but right now, if you throw out this spell, right, you are only doing 40. Not even 40 damage, 8%. So 475 times 19 times 2 is 38. So you're doing 38 damage.
Right.
I doubt myself. 475 times 0.08, 38. Yeah, exactly 38 damage. That's it. Compared to 300 damage, you're doing 38 damage.
Yep.
So extra from 3 points. So this is really horrible. 1 point is really important, but no more than 1 point.
Okay.
Until level 12, I believe, if I'm not too mistaken.
Sorry, so 1 point until level.
Yeah, until you've maxed out everything else that you can max
Everything
out.
else. Okay.
Yeah, like 4 points in this, 4 points in this. You'll have 2 points in this, and I think at level 11 you'll be 4, 4, 1, 2, basically. But
Okay,
you
that makes sense.
definitely want to max out lightning bolt as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. If you can get into the range of the range creep and get that, then you don't need 2 points in lightning. arc lightning, you can just leave it at 1 point and just make sure you get into the range of the range creep, get one hit off, and then you can get it as well. So ideally, you want to have 1-4-1. That's your ideal situation
Okay, and when is the situation when you get the second point?
in arc lightning.
Yes.
When the enemy will keep denying the range creep, when you can't get into the range of the range creep to take it. For example, in this particular case, pretty sure Mirana would not have let you come too close to the range creep.
Right.
So this was a good time to put 2 points into the arc lightning. You still don't want to go one. You still don't want to go like. You still want to consider putting 1-1-1, but.
Yep.
2 points, 2-0-1 is still okay. It's not too bad. Actually, I'm not going to confuse you there. Just 2-0-1 is fine when it's you versus against a ranged person or somebody who's going to
Right.
harass you if you get too close.
Okay, so it's to deal with harassment. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because you want to take that range sheep. You don't want to get it. You don't want it to get denied. The other thing is, obviously, you're in the 2.7 creep bracket, so it's likely that people are not going to deny the range creep. So if that is happening, you wanna try it. That's why I was actually saying 1-1-1, because if the enemy is not denying your range creep, leave this at 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you see they're denying it, then okay, yeah, put a point in this. Put another point in it. All right.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
So at level 7 is when you should have 4 points in lightning bolt, and this is the time that you should start racking up kills. Like right now, you can't kill Luna, you can't kill Mirana without your ult, but you would have actually gone in there, just thrown out one lightning bolt, and she has to go back to base. You can't kill her, but she has to go back to base. She can't do anything in the lane then, because she's at like 100 HP or something. Like right, look at her right now. She's at 500 HP. You nuke her for just 4 points in this. You would have done 300 damage. Oh no, sorry, 350 plus the 40 from this. Not 40, 19. So you would have done 375 damage. Actually, maybe you could have killed her immediately. Arc lightning after that.
But
Maybe
at very
you could
least,
have.
she'd be on her way back to base.
Yeah, but actually, you wouldn't have killed her because she's got infused raindrops. So you wouldn't have been able to kill her, but she definitely would have had maybe 50 HP or less than 100 HP, definitely.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
So yeah. Probably less than 50 HP. Anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at her. Alright, so time to get the rune. Fate rune, invis rune. Oh my god, this was again another opportunity for you to get a kill. But let's see what you do with this rune, because once again, 4 points in this. This was a guaranteed kill because you've got ult as well. But you are able to not do anything. You're just gonna chase her. And at max, you just cancelled removed 1 point from her raindrop, which really doesn't amount to anything. Yeah. I used to have 1-4-4 build. Back when I didn't really know that static field only damaged people around you. I thought if you use your spell around your spell, everybody got damaged.
Oh, okay. Like the last bit of the chain, for example.
Yeah. So that's when I used to put 1-1-4-4. But you don't. There's no build which is better than 4-4-1.
Okay.
Yeah, she has raindrops.
Ah, yes.
Saved her life. Oh, she still died. Never mind. How did she die? Okay. Go. Right, so
the reason I felt like I did okay in this lane was because she left a lot. It wasn't because anything I did.
Okay. One more thing. As Zeus, well, as any person, you want to try to get into the habit of looking at people's inventories. At
Yep.
2.7k is not that big a deal, but keep in mind information is key, information is power, and all that wonderful cliches. But it is extremely important. So you do want to look at people's inventories. Now, if you'd looked at Mirana's inventory, you would never have used your nuke on her, ulti
Right.
on her, probably. And also with Zeus, it's really really good because the infused raindrops they trigger if you do 120 or more damage. And if you go for 4-4-1 build, then at level 3, sorry, no, it's still at level 4, isn't it? Yeah, it's still at level 4. That's unfortunate. Okay, so once you're at level 4 of this arc lightning, which you will be at, so let's say 4 and 4, 8, 9, 10. At level 10, you'll be 4 points in arc lightning. You'll have 4 points in arc lightning. Then you just spam arc lightning on the person with infused raindrops and just make them waste 250 gold. And to be honest, if I'm you, I would actually just spam, even if I have level 2 in my lightning bolt, I would just
Yeah.
spam this on the enemy person just to remove their infused raindrops. It's so huge. You're making them waste 250 gold by really just using your mana. All right. Now your rotation is pretty nice. There's stuff happening at the bot, so you come down to bot and try to see if you can do anything here. Ricky gets a kill. All right. Lightning bolt cancels. Lightning bolt does a mini stun.
Oh, does it? So lightning bolt would
Yeah.
have cancelled CM's ult.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah. So you should have just turned around like right here.
They just stood there and wore some damage for no reason. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I don't know how she had the balls to actually start ulting right next to Zeus. But yeah, you could have immediately cancelled it
I see.
and immediately killed her afterwards as
And the
well.
Ricky would have died. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely, guaranteed. So this comes back to going onto the wiki page and reading up on Zeus's skills. And to be honest, I actually found out that static field does damage around Zeus from wiki page as well. Because
see.
before that, I think in Dota 1, Dota 1, well, I must have been a bit.
So that
I
would
wasn't
cancel
like-
a teleport scroll as well, would it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I see. The things that I wish I knew. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's all on wiki, to be honest. Yeah, that's where you need to go. And obviously, if you go to Game Leap, you'll see all of these things there as well, and other tips and tricks and whatnot. You left the lane too quickly. I think
Yep.
you should have stayed there a bit longer because people are constantly coming there, and they will be constantly coming there because 2K bracket people just want to come in and die one by one. So yeah, you don't generally want to leave the area until enemy team is all dead or you're all dead. Also, your positioning in that previous fight. I'm just gonna wait till one more team fight, and then we'll stop this replay. I just want to look at your positioning in an actual team fight because that was an actual team fight. That was like the enemy team just coming in one by one, sort of, and dying.
Radiant's mid tower, did you say?
Right. So this is something Zeus never wants to push a tower. You don't do too much damage on the right click, even with Drow Aura. You don't. You're horrible. You've got horrible DPS. You're just setting yourself up to get killed here. You're lucky nobody came and killed you because you have no mobility. You don't have a blink. You don't have forcestaff. Your movement speed is horrible. Literally anybody can come and kill you. You don't have that much nuke damage either right now. So you're really a threat to no one at this point.
Radiant's mid tower ain't
Like,
doing so
you're gonna say, well, I still got the tower. Yeah, you got the tower this game, but
Yeah.
I
Other
guarantee
games, somebody
you,
will TP into the trees and kill me.
yeah, I guarantee you 90%, 99% of the games, you won't be so lucky that nobody's
Yep.
pushing anywhere. You see no enemy heroes on the minimap, and still nobody comes to contest this tower. Yeah, sure, if people were fighting at that point in the bot lane and you were taking the tower, I'd argue, okay, yeah, you're safe, nobody's there, you can push the tower. Even though you push it really slowly, but you can push it. But at that point, nobody was on the map. I think I saw one person, maybe sniper, and that's it. Nobody else was there. So All right. So the next thing here is I don't see a TP in your inventory, and I haven't seen it for a long time. That is something pretty huge. You should always have a TP. Secondly, going for ags, we already discussed. If you are going to go for full nuke, you want to go refresher before ags. But even before refresher and ags, you want to have veil, because veil actually gives you, so lightning bolt. Let's just look at, all right. Let's look at your ult. 225 damage. When you actually use your ult, your what the hell? Your 225 is being reduced by 25% innate magic resist on everybody. So you're actually doing 168 damage from your ult. And if you look at your level 4 ult, it's 425. 425 times 0.25 times 0.75. So your ult actually does 318 damage after reductions. Everybody's got 25% magic resist, right? So 425 times 0.25. That means that 106 damage is being avoided by people's magic resist. Now, if you get veil, and you obviously apply that veil to somebody, veil alone on one person is doing 106 damage. And if you remember, we talked about this earlier, that at level 16, Scepter is doing 200 and something damage. A 4,200 item is only doing 200 something damage.
That is a 2,000 something item.
This is a 2,000 item. It not only is it doing half of the damage from your ult, but it's doing more damage on every single one of your spells, every single one of the spells of your teammates who use magic spells. So you would have probably killed her here if you'd have 4/4. I'm actually hearing my voice back in your Skype.
Oh, sorry. My noise cancelling headphones are falling apart, so some of the sound can leak. I'll adjust them a bit. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay.
Right now, you missed a kill on CM again because you just don't have enough damage. You're doing no damage at all.
Yep.
So I can end the. Okay, still the no team fight. I just want to go forward till we see a team fight, because I want to see if in a team fight you are staying far back or you're in the middle of things. You didn't. Okay, so a little bit less panic, because you see that it's just a Mirana right now. Nobody else is here, and Mirana just used her arrow, and she right here. Okay. So Mirana used her arrow. She jumped you, and she used Starfall right now. Now you know all she has is right clicks, right? On top of that, Ricky puts Smoke Cloud on her. In Smoke Cloud, she misses, depending on Ricky's Smoke Cloud level, she misses, okay, it's just level 1. So she's still missing 40% of right clicks. But she needs about 3 right clicks at the very least. Okay, I actually did not factor in Underlord, but she's doing 70 damage, and you have got 270 health. So she needs 5 or 6 right clicks to kill you, and she's gonna miss almost half of those. Either way, this was your time to turn around and throw out your lightning bolt, your arc lightning, and maybe even your ulti, because there's no way she's killing you, especially when 3 teammates are near. So it's just sometimes you panic and etc., but it's not a huge thing.
And there's me not stunning the CM again.
You didn't even have arc lightning, to be honest. You didn't have lightning bolt. However, obviously at this point, when I told you to turn around on Mirana, if you had used your ult, not here. Here, if you'd used your ult, you guys maybe would have seen CM coming. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But small chance you would have, and then these guys might not have dived so hard into the tower.
Yep.
Yeah, that ult completely destroyed them. Right. So it looks like you're pretty much avoiding every team fight so far, and you're not carrying a TP, which is probably why you're avoiding. You managed to stay out of almost all team fights except that one, and in the bottom lane, right here.
Dyer's mid tower.
All right, let me forward it a bit. Was this a team fight? No, it's not a team fight. Skip. Oh, team fight, I think. Yep, that's team fight. All right. So you TP. Okay. Before you TP in, regardless of what you see on the minimap, let's say you see 4 people here or 8 people here or something like that.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you see on the minimap, you always want to check on, like, click here and check. I think you are already. All right, never mind. I thought you didn't. Oh, you didn't. Wait, what? All right, you checked a bit earlier and then you TP'd. All right, that's fine too. But generally, you want to check before you TP. Looks like you did check, and I think it was just that you were regening up, so you waited. So it's fine.
I was spamming bottle. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Alright, so right now, this is the exact mistake that I was sort of looking for in team fights. Although team fight is over... Okay, never mind. You actually didn't end up making a mistake. Let me just go back and give you a quick scenario. Let's say these guys, Sven and CM, I don't know, man. I don't think so, because there's 5 versus 2 now. So you can kind of charge in, it's okay. It's not a big deal. What I'm really looking for constantly, the reason why I've delayed this replay so long, is your positioning in team fights. It's really crucial that a Zeus stays back in team fights. Like, for example, let's say all 5 of them were alive and 5 of you are alive, then what you were doing here would have been really, really bad. It would have been a bad mistake because anybody can come and jump you.
Getting stunned by this fan and then killed.
Yeah, even if you don't get killed, you are unable to spam your spells. Like Arc Lightning is only 145 damage, but it's at the same time you're also doing damage 10% of their current HP constantly with every single Arc Lightning spam. Every 6 seconds you're throwing down a ton of damage. So Zeus wants to stay in the back lines and just throw out damage, magic damage, similar to how Sniper just wants to stay in the back lines and just right-click people to death. Zeus just wants to spam his spells and kill people. Obviously, I can't say you made a mistake in your positioning so far, because so far we haven't able to see any single team fight. So, yeah. I think I kind of just want to end the replay here, because at this point, there's nothing much to learn. It's twice the kill difference, and we pointed out 2 hugely major mistakes, and one of the most major mistakes is not utilizing your skills properly, or not skilling up your skills properly. You should have always max out Lightning Bolt first. Secondly, having Ag's first item, you have to understand all that Ag's does is it boosts up one of your skills, and that also is only 200 damage at level 4. So it's sorry, not level 4, level 3. Level 3 of your ult. Level 3 of your ult.
So before that, it's even less.
Yeah, exactly. Before that, it's even less. So let's see, it's 325 to 540. It's 115 damage. You're literally doing 115 damage, the same damage as a Veil of Discord from this spell alone. So this Ags is not useful on Zeus. If you never make Ags on Zeus, I'll be happy with you as well. Ags is just Ags is just a very like Axe is very specific. Like when you want to have like the max sort of nuke potential, when you're going refresher, veil refresher, aether lens, Then maybe as your fourth or fifth item, you can go Ags just for that maximum burst initially, so that at the start of the fight you bring people down to like 30% of their HP. So,
Yep.
but normal games, yeah, it's not useful. It's not much use.